Greetings, I am Pillar Nexus Ancient Gladiator, and today with more Pillar Loves tabletop games, I bring you Battlecruisers by Philip DeBerry. Might recognize the name from another game I covered, Revolution. Also, this is also a secret planning kind of game, but it's got some other interesting tricks going on for it that I think are pretty interesting. At the start of the game, you'll have a victory point, a player board that is double-sided. You'll have a set of 6 cards out of a deck of several. Every player will have the same set. In a 3-player game, there will be 6 cards. A 4th player will add one more, and a 5th player will add the last one, for 8 cards total in a 5-player game. As part of setup, you will randomly have one of them put into your recovery zone and another one discarded. Everyone will do that, and then it'll go to the start of the first round. You will, at the start of each round, you will take a card, like let's say a captain. You'll put it face down. Then when everyone has their cards face down, you'll flip it up. Cards will then be resolved starting with the lowest number and then proceeding to the highest. If you are the only person to play a card of that number, you get to resolve the main effect. The main effect of Captain is to gain 3 points. You're trying to get to 15 points or be the last player left in the game. Now, if you played the same card that someone else played, then what happens is the clash effect. So for Captain, the clash effect is gain 3 points, but then lose 1 for every clashing player. It's entirely possible that enough people screw up and end up losing points. But regardless, after your card's resolved, after everyone's resolved their cards in play, what will happen is the recovery zone card goes back to your hand. The card you play goes to your recovery zone. If you're ever down to a single card, then you're in red alert, and the card you play will go back to your hand and you will play it next turn. It makes you predictable, and someone can basically shut you down until the end of the game. There are some cards that specifically say if this card, at the end of the round, if this card is the only card you have left, it's discarded. Which will then end the game for you because you'll have no cards left. Whenever you discard a card, it can come from your hand, your recovery zone. Some cards might require you to discard them to use them, or might discard themselves as part of a clash. But if a player is eliminated, their discards remain available for other card effects like salvage. And then we'll check for victory conditions. Again, whoever has 15 or more points wins. If there's a tie, the tiebreakers are as follows. Whoever has the most cards still in hand is the winner. And if there's still a tie, highest total of all resolution numbers in hand is the winner. If there's still a tie, it says play another game. But I have this crazy idea. If there's still a tie at the end of the game, both players take the bottom card of their discard pile and play it for one last round. And then if it changes the points at all, then whoever's got more points is going to win. That's my idea. It's not official. Try it and see if it works for you. The game has a bunch of sets already, but one of the things I'd like to do with this game is take some blank cards and write up my own ideas for sets, or just create a campaign system. I had this game before, and I did that. Why do I like this game? Because it's quick. It's quick. You can do a ton of games in a fairly short amount of time. And like the other games I've been featuring, it's very confrontational. This is probably the most confrontational of the three games that I've covered lately. Then the space. I love space. But anyway, that is Battlecruisers. I don't think it's in print anymore, but it should be available for a decent price. I don't think it was in too big of a demand, but it's still a solid game. Find it, give it a shot. Mess around with the cards to see what kind of set you want to make out of it. And just have a blast. Alright, this has been Pillar Nexus. We'll see you next time.